Hey posers, welcome to another Smackdown review by yours truly. First off, I'd like to say thank you to my new subscribers this week, which is Mystic Pisshead1, Kid of Wrestling, and Jerichoholic90. I'm a Jerichoholic myself already. Also, I'd like to plug the pay-per-view prediction game that we have going on WrestlingRevolution.com. If you haven't been there, check it out. I'm gonna put the link and the rules of the game in the description box. It's gonna be a great game. It's basically seeing if you know enough about the backstage politics and story writing of wrestling to see if you can be the champion of prediction. I don't know if that's what we're calling it, but that's what I'm calling it. Well, let's jump into this week's Smackdown, which is in my backyard of Hotlanta, Georgia. We start off the night with Drew McIntyre standing in the middle of the ring, and, you know, of course, he doesn't say anything. Teddy Long comes out. Teddy Long was like, "What are you doing out here, player? Man?" Blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, Drew McIntyre, since Vince McMahon's on the shelf, Drew McIntyre starts kissing some royal butt on Teddy Long, saying, "It's not too late. It's not too late to forgive." I don't even know if that's the right accent, but, you know, it's never too late to forgive, and he's sucking up to Teddy royally bad. So, what happens is, you know, they kind of go back and forth, compliment each other, which, you know, any normal wrestling fan knows what's coming. Drew asked to be putting the Money in the Bank, and then, Teddy Long was like, "Not by a long shot. You have to get on your knees and tell me that I'm handsome and rugged and intelligent," and all these other things, you know, basically reminiscent of 3 weeks ago of what Drew McIntyre made Teddy do, except a lot meaner. Well, Drew was a lot meaner. So Drew does it. He gets down on his knees and he tells Theodore Long that he is, you know, blah, 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 blah. Gets up, and then Drew's still not in the Money in the Bank, but he's in a qualifying match tonight against Kofi Kingston. Of course, Drew is very mad, but he knows he doesn't have the backing of the chairman like he normally does. So, oh, and also in this promo, they plug the crap out of WrestleMania 26, since, of course, it's going to be in Hotlanta this year. Stoked for that, because it's in my backyard, of course. We go to a commercial, we come back, it's the match match number 1, which is a triple threat match, Money in the Bank qualifier between Dolph Ziggler, MVP, and Chavo Guerrero. Now we kind of know how this is going to go. You know, Chavo is, of course, a Guerrero, so he's going to try to, you know, steal a win, cheat a win any way he can, even if he has to betray Vicky. And we all know the kind of the heated debate that's been going on back between Chavo and Vicky. You know, Chavo feels being undermined by Vicky because of Dolph. It was a pretty good match. I mean, I think these guys could have done a little bit better, especially looking at the talent in the ring, but this match wasn't given a whole heck of a lot of time. MVP had a nice superplex. Towards the end of the match, Chavo tried to pin both Dolph and MVP, which enraged Vicky. Vicky's like, "What are you doing? We didn't talk about this, blah, 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 blah." So, you know, while Chavo's distracted, then Dolph Ziggler beats the crap out of Chavo. MVP hits a ball-in elbow drop on Chavo. Then, and then he goes for the 3. Vicky pulls the referee outside of the ring. And then, out of nowhere, Dolph Ziggler hits a sleeper on MVP and puts him out. I'm going to introduce to you the new Grumpy Cheetos Ranger System Calculator. I gave this match 3 out of 5, just because it was a decent match, had decent time, and Dolph won. Can't complain. Next, we have a promotional video for Alberto Del Rio. Man, I just wish this guy would debut so we can stop seeing these stupid promotional videos. Backstage, Rey Mysterio, a promo with Rey Mysterio. They kind of were explaining what happened with Rey Mysterio's ankle and explaining it. And then, of course, Jack Swagger runs in, tells everyone to get out, and drags Rey Mysterio by his ankle up to, like, the entrance rampway, where the Big Show makes a save, kind of building for the Big Show Swagger match tonight, and the Rey Mysterio Swagger match for Money in the Bank. It was an okay segment. Next, we have match 2 of the night, which is Christian and Matt Hardy versus Vance Archer and Kurt Hawkins. It was an okay match starting off. Archer and Hawkins dominate the early goings of the match. Matt Hardy finally makes a comeback. He goes to tag in Christian, though. Christian pulls his arm and yanks him outside of the ring when he goes for the tag. Could we see a Christian heel turn? I hope so. Then Christian just walks off. Vance Archer rolls him back in the ring, hits him with a nice reverse DDT. Kurt Hawkins hits the elbow of heat-seeking or whatever elbow drop, Macho Man elbow drop, and that was the end of the match. Archer and Hawkins win. I gave this match, well, let's go to the calculator and find out. I gave it 2 out of 5 Yellow Rangers only because it didn't get a lot of time. Like, this match could have gone on longer and still had a lot of good time, and then Christian still could have betrayed Matt Hardy at the end. But it didn't get a lot of time, so that's what kind of hurt this match. But it was okay for how long it was. Plus, the ending was really cool, I thought. Nice little shocker by the Christian there. Next, we go right into match 3, which is Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston. The match of the night, in my opinion. Really good match. It was really slow going in the beginning. It was a little hard to get into in the beginning, but they went to a commercial. When they come back, that's when it started picking up. A lot of high-octane offense by Kofi. Drew did a lot of methodical work, as he normally does. There was a nice body splash off the second rope by Kofi onto Drew McIntyre's back as he was getting up. Pretty cool. Towards the end of the match, they were outside the ring. Kofi threw Drew McIntyre back in the ring. He tried to hit a boom drop on the apron. Drew McIntyre pulled Kofi into the turnbuckle post, and then Drew dragged him in the middle of the ring, hit the Future Shock DDT, and got the 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre is your final participant in the Money in the Bank. I gave this match 4 out of 5 White Rangers because it was a really good match. As I said, the beginning was a little hard to get into, but everything that happened after the commercial break was actually really good. There were a lot of close pinfalls. It kind of got me really into the show. So, good job, Kofi and Drew. You guys get the Match of the Night award.
Get ready for the Smackdown! Get ready for the Smackdown!